Thank you very much for signing up for an account with us. To get you started, I want to show 3 different ways of setting up your account. We have Smart Setup, and that's where AI will actually look at your website and pull in data from your website. We have Guided Setup, and that's where we'll have a user guide, as you can see down here at the bottom, and we'll take you through different parts of the system. And then the third way is completely manual setup, and that's where you just click up here, add your properties, your rooms, types, taxes, fees, and you go through each of these sections one by one. These other 2 ways pretty much is just a way of us helping you understand the different sections that we have without needing to do quite as much manual. So to get started, let's try the Smart Setup, and I'll give a quick demo on how that can work. So click Smart Setup. Here we have our website of this client that we are onboarding, Anchor Inn Lodge. So I'm going to copy that website, and then it's already there, and then we're going to click Analyze the website. So right now what it's doing is it's going through the website, it's looking for photos, looking for room information, property information, and it's going to pull all of that data right into Reservation Key and set up the account. This doesn't always work perfectly. It really depends on the data that's on the website. Here we have rooms and rates, so we have just one page which is talking about 18 different rooms. So right off we can see that it's not going to be able to add all of those rooms from information it's finding on the website. But hopefully it can at least find some of these photos, some of the text, and get us started that way. So as soon as this is done, we will keep going. So there it is. It's pulled in some information, but like I was thinking, it doesn't get all of the rooms just because those are not on the website. There's a couple of photos that look like they don't work, so you can quickly click Edit Property, select the ones to be deleted, and just remove those. You can change any information here about your property, and then just click Done to save that. Now down here, it only really got one room, so I'm going to delete all the extras by clicking the trash icon, and then we'll just add one room at a time. So red room, add another room, blue room, and just keep doing this until you've added all of your rooms. You can add a description as well, but just to get started, it's not really necessary to add all of the descriptions. You can always come back later and add those in. So here we've added 4 rooms. I'll add 2 more just for fun. I'm just kind of naming these off the top of my head. And Rose room. Of course, you can click add another room right here, or you can just keep clicking add room there. So now we've added our rooms. You can click to edit, and that's really the very basis of using this onboarding. Then we'll click create property, and that's going to set up our rooms. It's even set up our booking page with all the rooms already linked to it. We can open the booking page to see what it looks like. This is the page that people would actually use to make a reservation. Click search, click reserve, and as you can see, those are the names and the photos. Now, because it didn't find everything, of course, we would want to continue going through the setup. So what we can see, though, is we at least have the basics. We have all of the rooms that I added, and now all we would need to do is follow the setup guide. So this was, like I said in the beginning, the second way of doing it, which is using the setup guide. So first part is setting up your property. So let's just go up to the properties locations. We should see the first property is called Anchor Inn Lodge. That's our actual business, and it has 6 units. To see those actual rooms, you click Rooms Units, and you can see all 6 rooms. To edit each room, just click into it. You can go through each of these sections, such as adding more details, photos, using the media library. You'll be able to add a lot more photos quickly. And then, of course, you're going to want to set up your rates. There's also Guide Me, so this will help walk you through the entire process of setting up rates, especially useful for first-time users. Set up taxes. Here we've already entered one tax. But then instead of just going manually down the side here, we have the setup guide, which will help walk you through each of these sections. So that will at least take you to where you need to go in the system and start the guide for that section. So here it says enter your plaid name. So this would be red room rates. I'm just for example. And we're going to apply the taxes. And then we click next. We're going to apply that to just the red room. And then next. And we can read all of this. And we'll click save. And the next set is to set up the rules. So what are the prices under this red room? So we can also use our guide for that. Okay, we're going to start it as of August 1st. We're going to go on just a couple years out. So 2 years, just for example. We're going to set those weekly. If you don't have weekly or monthly, these parts can just be skipped. And then we're just going to say it's $400 a night, but on Fridays and Saturdays, it's $450. And click next. You can make different adjustments for adult and children. Minimum stays, all of the settings you'll find here. This point of this tutorial is really just to get you started, not to walk you through every feature in the system. And it's just to show these 3 different setup options. So I think we've pretty much covered the basics of getting started. Looking back at the calendar, you see now that rate rule applies to the red room, $400 and $450. And of course, you probably would just want to continue working through the setup guide to make sure that you've gone through the different options. Booking engine, we even have a website now. You can build your own website with the system. And if you ever want to restart, you just click Smart Setup here, and it'll take you right back to that beginning of where we started, where you can either start over from completely, or you can just kind of add on to what you already were building. Hopefully this has been helpful to get you started. And of course, we are available to answer questions, to help walk you through it, point you to any available resources. And we look forward to seeing your property on the system. Thank you.